Hi, Uche. Just getting the settings right. Hi, Uche.
Hey, hello, brother. What's up?
I'm good.
Our
What's
challenge
going
is
on?
finished. What next do we do now? The challenge is finished. What next do we do?
I posted this morning, didn't you see it?
I see it. I was looking at it. I said, yeah, this man started again. But you didn't tell me another challenge is on.
No, it's not like a challenge. It's more like I'm literally actually preparing a more longer challenge.
Hey, 10 days was like I don't know what have a longer one than 10 days again.
No, this one is going to be 3 months.
I beg.
Yeah.
Won't kill me.
No, it's not going to be money now. It's not going to be only exercise now. It's going to be more of
Okay.
both the business, your life, your family. So
Right.
the concept is working in all areas of your life, social,
All right.
health, and family. Doing
Okay.
small things every day. Let's say, for instance, if you come into the let's say the health wise, it's not going to be morning and afternoon like it is. Maybe only morning you do exercise every day, maybe like 6 days a week. Then just 30 minutes, even if it's 30 minutes jog or 30 minutes run, you just do something. Then when it comes to your family, maybe if you've got kids, maybe you will be like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate 30 minutes to teaching my children every day, maybe figuring out what they did in their school. So in that way, you develop your own family as well. So it's not like you're building a business expecting miracle to happen and your wife or your children are not where that you want them to be.
Okay.
It's more like give them support as well while you're building your business. Then in your business as well, if it's maybe shooting a video, maybe you commit to shooting one video every day and you have to build up your YouTube channel, something like that. Maybe 3 videos a week. It doesn't matter. Everybody's just got to pick what is relevant for you. Then when it comes to social, maybe you now pick, let's say, for instance, Stewart will always say, I just came out of a webinar with Stewart. Now he will say, try and make forgive people who have offended you in the past and try and build up that relationship again. Maybe call maybe your your loved ones back home in Nigeria, maybe somebody you've not called in a long time, maybe your papa or your mama or your sister or whoever that you feel that maybe just call to catch up.
Yeah.
So you're not like building this business and you're throwing everything up outside of you away just to build on the business, because he said that brings ultimate failure, because you're going to be unfulfilled, because you might end up building the business, having $1 million business, but your family, your children are not doing well in school. You're not a fulfilled man in that. You're in society face, you may appear on the front like a good man, this guy is a philanthropist, but when your children show up on the scene, it's more like this does not represent what this guy is all about. So
yeah,
it takes a little while to build up that foundation to create that sort of success. It's basically all around areas of our life.
okay.
How are you doing? How was it? I didn't see the webinar last week. How was it? Hi, Celine. She's just joining us now. I think her audio is not connected
Yeah,
yet.
I did not. I had something doing, and when I finished, it was late to join. I decided that I would join today. Yeah, that's why I didn't join. Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going fine. I'm just on model 5 now. I'm setting up the mini site, and I have 2 more to finish.
Challenge has really brought out the beast in you, man.
It's money matter.
How did you feel about the challenge? How did you feel about it?
It was really good, really good. It just at some time in the morning when to wake up that early morning, you look through the window, it's very cold, and you think, oh, goodness me, how do I cook? And I remember that I made a promise to myself that I'm going to keep it. So I have to run. Then I'll go downstairs, and as soon as you open the door, it started raining. I think, God, well, I'll go. Then off I go. I love jogging. I prefer jogging than every other thing. I don't mind. But burpees, oh, no. That one, even up to today, I try to do the burpees, and this time I can't do 10 at a go. I have to, and I'll be falling like.
I used to be like that. I can't do any burpees at all. But now I think in that challenge I did 310. That was my max.
That was brilliant. Yeah.
My goal is to do 500. If I can do 500 in 1 hour, that's 10 every 10, 100 every 10 minutes. That'll be good. That'll be 50 minutes and 10 minutes rest. That would put my heart rate and my chest, my whole physique. That means I'm producing, basically. That's the way I look at it. That means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm fit, basically. That's the way I look at it. You're fit in terms of your physical well-being. So it's not just about business and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yes, I'm looking forward to another challenge, to be honest. Even though sometimes once in a while I just go for a jog, but not when it's a challenge. I know that I have to do it. Then I have to go out in the morning.
I'll try and do my best and prepare this by end of tomorrow or next. Then I'll send out an email for the guys to participate in it, because it's easy to sign up to online training and very few people actually get the result. Why? Because they are the ones that constantly do what is told to do. Basically, we have this idea of what we want, what we think business is. But when you now have a mentor who has already built a business telling you that thing that you think is a business, or that's how business works, you just got to throw that away, because that's not how business works. So it's us being humble to be like accepting this guy that he's actually leading us to the truth. That's where a lot of people struggle. So the training is very simple. It's what you want, what all of us are looking for is success in all areas of our life. So both financial, we'll be working on it gradually, and everything health, because it's one thing to make a whole lot of money, and if you don't have the body to enjoy the money, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You appear, wear your suits, it doesn't fit, your thumb is that big. Look at me on this jacket and this when I wear my suit, you want to look sharp, you want to come out crisp, clean. It's all part of the whole concept. I just love it. I just like the whole. You can't hear Celine. Celine, you can't hear. You might want to. Because your mic is not connected, your audio is not connected. So let me just type.
I think Isaac Quay raised his hand up earlier on, but
log out and come back. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep today's webinar under 1 hour. It's just I've got lots of questions. Yeah, Isaac, let me just do the housekeeping. I was just chatting with you earlier on, so I'll do the housekeeping, guys. Everything I'm gonna share with you guys here, it's simple, straightforward, execute. So take the time to read the disclaimer that's popping up on your screen. We are all business owners. We all take responsibility for our actions. So whatever I'm sharing, I've tried, I've tested, it worked for me. I believe it should work for you if you follow the principles that I laid down. Apart from that, everybody can succeed online. Everybody can win. But the question is, who is doing the work more is who's going to win. Right. So I'm just going to dive straight. So Isaac, if you want to unmute yourself, then jump out and we can hear your voice. You just muted yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great.
How's your family?
We're doing great, my brother. We're smashing it.
Okay. Can I bring out my questions?
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
Go on. Let's start with one first.
I really need your assistance because my first question is concerning this buying of domain.
Yeah.
I've been able to buy the domain. It took me a very tough time, but I've been able to buy it. Now, to complete the form is a problem. Then again, so that is the first question. So if you have any idea about it.
So you bought the domain, and what happened? You can't host it.
I have the domain name. I hosted it.
In the DBL platform?
Yes, I registered, but the registration couldn't complete.
Okay. So when I'm just going to log into my dashboard now to show you exactly what we, ABB, where to get support in this. How long has this been happening?
Since 2 days ago, I've been putting questions up and down, but only what they tell me is to follow the lectures.
Yeah. So if you are here, I'm going to share my screen in a second. Celine, you're still not connecting. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have a domain issue, you go here, DBL support. You raise a ticket. So you can see the ones I've created. This is in the past. We can see the dates. So you create new tickets, create a ticket. It will ask you digital business launch. That's what you're after. See domain propagation. You just got a few things to read up, and if you don't find what you're looking for, you can create a ticket here. Select option. It will just say ask you what is regarding. So since it's website, it's DBL. What's your issue regarding? Not literally here. Let me put account brand incubator. Let me just put 6-figure mentors and see what happens. Okay. Mentors. Okay. What I would suggest here is go to DBL here, DBL, and select general support. Then I'll put domain here. Then you describe what you're trying to do, then you send it. So they should reach out to you. Yeah. But this webinar is not for helping going through this. If this was the Saturday webinar that you joined, which is the one we do with here, which is this one, we got at least 2 hours and we can actually go through it physically and actually see what exactly it is. But on this webinar, we can't do that because it's not what this webinar is for. I don't know if that helps you, Isaac. Did you see how I moved?
Yeah, but it seems you are going more faster.
Yeah, that's why I'm recording this. You can always, I'll send you the recording or you can watch it on my YouTube channel. But again, here, DBL, DBL support, right? Because if you go to my site here or domains, basically sometimes it will ask you to create a new domain, or you can actually delete it. Maybe if you come here, I don't know, you can actually delete it and re-upload it again.
But the question is, excuse me, the question is, I've already paid for it.
Yes.
And they have given me the domain name.
Yeah, the domain, what you want is to host it so that if you come here and click on it, the website actually opens just like this. Just like my website.
No.
So this is my website now, but you see how I got into it. Does that make sense?
Right.
Hello?
I'm trying to follow your steps, but I'm not getting it.
So if you go here, if it's domain related, where to get support, it's DBL support. You can see it here.
Yeah, I've seen that, but in my dashboard, it's not appearing.
It's impossible. It's a website. So you mean when you click on this DBL here, you don't have this button here?
No, I don't have it.
Share your screen. How possible is it? Share your own screen. Let me stop sharing.
How do I show my screen?
At the bottom, you will see where it says share screen.
No.
On the Zoom panel.
On the Zoom.
On the Zoom. This is just yeah. So while you're looking for that, I'll do my best, because if we start doing that thing, it's gonna take the whole hour now. So I might as well not. I wouldn't get through these questions that I'm trying to respond to. So when you find it, let me know. But it's literally there. Right. Have you found it?
No.
Uche, can you share your screen? Let me make sure that it's not from my side.
Okay.
Yes, Celine, it's
I've shared my screen now.
Yeah. So you can click on the DBL tool suite.
If you click here, Isaac, and it's going to show this DBL support. That's what it's saying here.
Yeah, it's there. So
yeah, at the moment I'm seeing the support. So what is the next step?
Follow it.
Okay.
When you click on it, what does it? That's why I said if you share your screen, then I will be able to see.
I'll stop sharing so that he can share his if he knows how to do it.
What you're doing.
I'm not seeing the option for that because
we have to keep going. Isaac, I'm afraid this is not the webinar for technical support.
okay.
I appreciate the fact that I wanted to help you, but if there's a time for this, which is on Saturday, we have a specific time for that. I'm gonna share the screen here. We spend about 2 hours on technical issues, not just DBL, all other things website related. It's all on here. And that's why we have a Facebook group. So have you joined this Facebook group?
Not yet.
What's your name on Facebook?
Isaac.
ISAC.
No, ISAAC.
IS. Yeah. Oh, KWAI, is it? Is that your name? Okay, sorry. KWEI. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find you. Yeah, which one are you here? There's so many Isaac queries.
The one
here.
in the suit, in the brown suit.
Where's this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try and send you. Where did it disappear to? So I expect you to just respond to that, so I can add you to the private Facebook group, and you can you can have access to the trainings I'm doing, and we do there in case if you need it, because that's for technical support, literally. Right. So just send me a hi, then I'll add you to the group. While we're on this call, I'll do it while we're on this call.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to jump into the questions now and see what I can do quickly. Wrap this baby up. I don't want to keep anybody waiting longer than necessary. Now, if you've got another question that you want to, I think Celine is still struggling to connect her audio. Let me just double check. Yeah, she's still struggling to connect her audio. All right. So this question is from Ibiyemi. Thank you for your emails, for all you are doing to help others. I'm very interested in starting an online business. I see the importance of doing so in the context of current world realities. I am still struggling with gathering enough desire to get started. In fact, I have been telling myself for about 7 months plus now that I want to reach out to you. I am 40 years female, married, have 5 young children, a trained professional in Nigeria, migrated to Canada 3 years ago, and find myself starting from scratch, juggling 2 jobs, not making the ends meet at all, yet not having time for my family. Sounds familiar, right? I can totally relate to that. So I know that I need learn how to make money while sleeping. That's correct. But I have some issues with my mental state that still makes me hesitant. Like, will I really be able to give it what it takes, the time and the mental effort needed? And can I afford it since I have no funds reserved? The training package brings being offered by Stewart is very generous indeed. But I feel there might be a still more financial commitment needed than just the $97 monthly. I mean, money to spend on running the online business itself, other softwares, apps required. So I would like to ask if you can possibly give an estimate of how much minimum I should prepare to spend monthly to ensure I sustain the business once I get started. Now, this question is quite intense and long. It's something that we have to. A lot of people will relate to this. We are going to. I'm going to go through a little bit of helping understand the psychology that our work brings to us. If you're working immigrants, basically us generally, I was an immigrant. I came into London in 20. This story is just like she's just telling my own story. I came here in 2010, and every job that everybody around me was doing was around care, hospital. Either I was going to do was it daycare or cleaning. That's where they tell us to start. But when we were back home, we had very good professions. We had very good jobs. I don't know, most people, I sold my car, gave up my house. You can imagine you make these big sacrifices. You get here, all the promises that you got was just like, I don't know what to say, but that's my story. It was like you're stepping down, like you don't even believe where you find yourself. But you soak it all up because you've already committed. Going back is not an option because there's nothing to go back to. You've literally sold everything you got, is turned into liquid cash. So you begin to figure your way out. Here, the first thing you do, the degree or certificate you have, you can't really translate that to anything here. They will tell you you have to do some courses, do some trainings, get into a job. then you do that. I certainly did manual handling to even do the care work, which was about £5 something per hour. Was it £4? I can't even remember that time. It was a long time ago. You do all those courses. Was about £300, I think £400 or something to do my food hygiene, all the stuff. I don't know if you've done healthcare, you will know what I'm talking about. I did all that. You invest, well, you get into the job, it's paying you 500 quid a month or so, depending on if you get a job. Now, with your case, now you have a very young family. I certainly did not have any family then. I did not have any kids, but I was married then. But what you tend to understand is it begins to take its toll on your life as time goes on. If you allow it to linger very long, you begin to see crack in your marriage. Some of us, we start yelling at our children because when you come back home, you're so stressed from work, you just need to rest. If your child comes up to you to just play, like daddy, next thing you say, go, 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 or stay away, or, all these things, that creates this anxiety that people say they suffer from at work. And the truth is, there is a way out. And asking the question is, how much is it going to cost? What's the estimate to actually get this business up and going? What you have to look at is, what is it costing you already not to start? Because if you don't look at it from that perspective, you will never begin or you will never start. Because if you end up losing your marriage or having high blood pressure like me at work, having a broken home, you become a single mother with 5 children. What does that mean? How much does that cost? So what you need to understand is the path. It's like a path that you're on. It's like, I don't know how to put it. This is how I will tell you to look at it. Don't judge. Don't look at what I'm telling you. Like, don't take it. Just, this is my analysis. Any job that you're doing, look at 5 or 10 people that have done that job that are 20 years ahead of you. How did they end up? So if I look at everybody that came from Nigeria that was doing cleaning and they've done it for 20, 30 years, maybe they move from cleaning to security to bus driving, or, the job just revolve around. They can't travel back home. They don't have anything left back there. They haven't invested anything. You just make an average of people that went through that path. That will give you an idea where you're going to end up. So for me, I found a guy that went from post office and started investing in properties and business. In fact, he's the only person I practically know. That told me one thing: you need to change. You can't survive. You can't grind your way through this thing because it's like a machine. By the time you wake up in the morning, you're going to work. By the time you come back in the evening, you are tired. As soon as you put your head down in the pillow, you're waking up the next day, you're doing the same cycle 7 days a week. If you start doing overtime, you do it 7 days a week. I sacrificed church. I stopped going to church just to earn additional income. I don't know how to put it. I don't need to tell you, but once you start experiencing it, you know that somebody has been down that path expecting to get wealthy. It's not there. The only way to change is, like you said, selling something, making money while you sleep. And the only way you can do that in this digital is through online. Whether it's crypto or investing in property. Some people say you don't have to have initial capital to invest, but you have to be willing to go and borrow money from the bank. So you must have a good credit. There's no free lunch. There has to be sacrifice somewhere. So that's why for me, I started with $300. But the question is not how much is it going to cost me? Or because if I tell you it costs about 5K now to start, you will go and start saving 5,000 and thinking that if you bring 5,000 and put into a business, that you're going to be successful. It doesn't work like that. Business is about habit. Once you cultivate the right habits to run a business, the business will flourish. Whether you're running the business with $300 or you're running with $3,000. Once you have the right mentality and the right attitude to the business, you will grow the business over time, because that's what it's going to take. So to answer your question, really long shot, what you need to understand is, what are you running at? What are you scared of? What is for me, I don't want to lose my family because I'm working for a company. I come back, I tell my son 5 or 3 times 3, he doesn't know it. What's my excuse? I left them to the teacher to train them. That's why part of my goal is to spend 30 minutes every day teaching my son how to do. If you can see, I don't know if you can see beside me here. These are the small things I do. This is his times table here. So if I'm working on my computer here, he's probably sitting down here doing his homework. This, because the idea that he's gonna go to that school and understand everything the teacher is gonna teach him without evening classes, because in Nigeria we used to have evening classes after school. We go to evening prep like 4 to 6. Here it's private school. You can't even afford your rent and all that stuff, and you're talking about private school. So who's going to train the child? The child still needs to be trained. So for me, it's more like, who's going to do it? Okay, I can do it. So the only way I can do it, if I have a business that runs online, that gives me the time to actually understand how to use my 24 hours, because that's what it comes down to, managing your 24 hours rather than trading the whole life for dollars. You learn how to optimize, invest in tools and resources. Now, there's so many softwares. I'm gonna try and show you towards the end. There are a few softwares that you can use that is already included in the program, because still what makes it very easy for people to succeed. There's a website hosting under that $97. There is you gotta buy the domain outside, because it's gonna be your brand. It's gonna be either yourname.com. So that's about 50 quid. I don't have like the full price list, but to be honest, what you really need is to start marching towards a different direction. Again, if you notice, one thing I can say I noticed from your comment is procrastination. You haven't found the desire. If you're going to succeed getting your family where you really want them to be, you don't want to wake up tomorrow that your child is grown up, or I don't want to say these things, but we see a lot of single mothers, a lot of children that give birth at home and all that. There's so many things. This country is like, I don't know what it is, but we have to protect our own. That's my message. You have that responsibility to do your best to protect your family, whatever it costs. Because for me, there's no point me making $1 million and my children are rubbish. That's the conversation I was having with Uche earlier on. So it's important that all of us grow together. For me, the price, whatever I'm spending on that, it's worth it. It's worth it. And I'm at that point now, I can look back and say it's worth it. All those sacrifices, all those midnights, burning oil, opening the laptop, it was worth it. But back then, I couldn't see how possible I could make money online. But all I do is, I tell you, there's a roadmap to get out of where you are. I can only show you the light, but you have to walk down that road. It's choice. Everybody's got that choice. I don't think you're on the call, so I believe that should help you, Ibiyemi. Get started. There's coaching, there's support. It's not an easy road, I can tell you that, but it's definitely worth. A year from now, don't underestimate what you can achieve. That's the goal. You have to have that long-term mentality of, this is going to take a bit of time, but you're going to plow through. It takes that resilience, resistance, and persistence, discipline to cultivate that habit. What you literally want to do is to stop working for somebody else and imagine putting in these long hours, these time you put in these two jobs, putting it into your own business. You're not just building a business to make money, you're building something for your family, for your children in the long run. So even if you're not here, they still have something they can leverage on. So you have to look at it from a very different, it's not just about how much do I get started. You have to look at it from a very big perspective of, this is literally freeing up my family from poverty. It's not an, yeah. So that's the way I look at it. So I expect you, it costs for investing in yourself. Yeah. So the next one is from, has anybody got anything related to that question they want to share? I can add. Okay, let me jump on to the next one. Yeah, the next one is for, so just asking Stephanie, so where am I based? I'm in London. So don't, I'm in London. Uche, where are you?
Coventry.
Blessing Martin, Stephen, where are you? You're driving. Okay, I don't want to disturb you. Where the training, we need to start thinking about digital space or like a worldwide. You're finding customers from global communities. So I do sell products. It's not about where you are. We can learn stuff online from anywhere. As long as there's internet and there's a computer, I'm good to go. So that's how it's not, you can learn. Stuart is in Portugal. Justin is in United States. I'm in London. We all had a meeting today. So, and he trained us. So it's not, we can learn as long as we have that agreed out time to meet. So that's how you schedule that time. But yeah, I guess that answers that one. We are not running away. The next one is from, this is Felix. I don't understand most of the program you are talking about because they are all mixed up. Now I want to start the training with you. So what is the first step? And after that, what next? Please, you reach out to me. Thanks and hope in advance. Yeah, to get started is it doesn't take, it's like ordering stuff online. It's I find it fascinating now when people want to invest in themselves, they struggle to do it. But when it comes to ordering like a wristwatch or a barbecue or anything, they figure out how to order it on the phone without they just do it. It's fascinating. That's what Stuart said today. People go and spend 2,000, 5,000 on TV. But when you tell them invest 2,000 in your education, they struggle to do it. I'm like, what do you value more? Is it the TV or yourself? It's literally what we do. And when he said, I'm like, this is true. This is how we behave. But it's all human behavior, how we behave. So yeah, to get started, I'm just gonna show you a little bit. Come on, where is this? It's not. Yeah. So I'll share my screen now quickly. So this is a website page where I talked about the 3 things that I believe you will need to succeed. Desire, skill, and faith in God. These are the 3 things, 3 components I believe that you will need to succeed. If you combine them, if you really want it, that's what's going to push you to take the action. That's desire. Desire is what, if you see yourself, you want to order stuff online and you don't, when it comes to the payment, you can't hit that payment button. You're lacking desire. So that element is missing. You're going to need it to plow through. It's not just about money. Maybe when it comes to, maybe for me, when I was learning how to shoot a video, I was very petrified what people would think about me. English is not my first language. Who would listen to me? All this sort of stuff. You're a Black person in UK. Not a lot of black people are in online business. All these things was playing through my head. But when I remember what I was doing it for, it was for my family. Who cares what anybody has to say about me? I just bring out the phone and I'll just shoot it straight away. So that enabled me to uncover this. There are so many, it's like this thing in your voice, a voice in your head telling you you can succeed, and the other one is telling you you can't succeed. One is always louder than the other. So you want to figure out which one is leading you towards the life that you want and follow that voice. Yeah, that's desire. Once you can get past that phase, the next part is skill. Skill, they say repetition is the mother of skill. So you gotta be in a process where you try some things, just like Isaac was trying to do something, it doesn't work. So what you need in that point, or he's struggling to do something, what you need in that point is humility, to relax, knowing that this is a problem I'm facing. It might take me a day or two, a week, but I'm gonna go over it. So once you have that humility, so you're not beating yourself up, you're not regretting, you're not like, once there are some people, once something gets tough, they just pack up the thing and throw it away. They say, this is not worth it. You gotta bring a little bit more resilient attitude towards building, creating change in your life. And the last one is faith. And faith comes by hearing and hearing. You gotta surround yourself with people that are going places in their life. You want to change. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you can have the desire, develop the skill, but if you don't have God on your side, you have to. It's got to be pretty tough to build something substantial. So I believe that God will always be in everything I'm doing. So every day I put myself and my family, everything in God's hands. Bless all my customers, everybody around the world, people that don't know me, just bless them. I don't know what they are going through. Hopefully when they use my product or any services I'm promoting, they get the result that they are looking for in life. So you just basically throw your prayer out there for your customers and bless them. So yeah, I believe that God is the one that sees our hearts. When I was investing in the product or service, was actually doing it to actually help that person solve their problem, because that's what foundation of your business is going to come down to, solving your customers' problems and needs. Yeah. Then you see a video of Stewart talking to you about these different options, world-class training programs, live events, website building, tutorial program, mentors community. So I'm going to show you this one quickly. So all you just got to do is click on get started, and that will take you to this form here. And all you just have to do is fill out the form. So I'm going to throw this into the into the chat. Fill out the form, and it's $99. Fill out your name, basically like you order stuff online. It's not rocket science. It has a 30-day money back guarantee. Yeah. So if we now go into the mentors, the platform, when you register, when he was talking about tools, technology, these are the tools. Simple lead capture, website hosting, email setup. These are upgrades in case if you need them. Yeah, so UTM builders and other stuff. So they would coach you step by step how to incorporate all these things into your business. Then he was talking about live events. If I go to the switcher here, I go to the calendar, you will see there's always live events every week. So all you just have to do is register, add it to your calendar, plug and play. So if I go to training on the left-hand side here, I go to training calendar. That should load up the calendar. So I just scroll down, and I'm in London, so I just change the time to London and just wait for the calendar to load up. So today is the 23rd, Tuesday. So Tuesday, there is new members orientation. 1 second. 7 p.m. Mindsets Success with Stephen Bond e-commerce. New members orientation workshop part 1. 9 p.m. product sourcing from third-party portals with Anna. Accelerate with you group coaching. So this one is for people who are doing e-commerce, like Amazon FBA. I've got that one as well. I do it. So all you just gotta do is add it to your calendar. They'll send you a link. This one again is for the same group. So they will have two groups, two trainings today. It's the same thing. Like then this one will be probably the first webinar you will attend when you join. So we'll just add you to register, add this calendar. And basically you just click on this link. It's actually going on now. Next 20 minutes, that's when this will start. The next 15 minutes. So Wednesday, which is tomorrow, product branding with Amazon and Anna. So you see they get people in e-commerce have two trainings today and tomorrow. Fiomora, this one is for affiliates. People are doing affiliate mode and business who want to learn how to edit video on their laptop. It's free. It's all included in your membership. In focus with this one is about mindset, how to be grateful for what you have, your attitude and your commitment to your business. And there's an 8-week physical product challenge sourcing. Now the list goes on here, on and on. And this is like every week. It's just like you now prepare yourself. If you want to change your life, there's people doing it. There's at least 300, 400 people on all these calls daily, thousands sometimes. If you are waiting to invest in yourself, just know that there are people who are doing it already. And don't envy them. I used to envy people that are successful. They literally invest in themselves. So that's what you get as part of Accelerate. This is, if I go back here, I can talk you through. So that's the live events and webinars. All those calls are webinars, world-class training programs. So even if you miss any of the trainings, not this one, where is it? Where are we? This one. So even if you miss any of this, they're all recorded. So you can see video training library here. So you can always go back and watch them. This one is visionary call. This one, if you missed the new members orientation workshop, you can click here, view more, and it will actually give you a list of part 1 and part 2 that you can watch. So all you just got is like a playlist. So all you just got to do is plug in and play. Right. So to cooperate, what else? Mentors, community. Again, the community he's talking about is if you go into mentors, there are people who are, what produces result for me is challenge, right? So there's a group here. It's called Photopia. So I was talking to Uche earlier on, if you joined the call. We were literally practicing this Photopia. You can see 1,500 people every month, improving 4 areas of their life. So if I go into this group now, you will see people are posting. This is 7 minutes ago. Okay, I had my ad out today. It was converting minimal, but on some problems, a member of mentors offered help. Now I know that my tag manager works and I should watch some webinars on the 95 scratch. What I would do means one step ahead. Gladfully, I watched the Irene Webster today, which is their webinar, Go in Resistance. I did what she gave us as exercise. I smiled, so I have a nice evening, mentors. Hashtag Photopia, hashtag wealth, hashtag do. So this person launched his own adverts today. He's literally new, but it's those taking those actions every day. Tomorrow now we look at her and say, oh, how did this woman become a very good YouTuber or advertising or selling products online or selling her own courses? It all starts from this commitment, this small commitments every month. And if you go into, this is another one 10 minutes ago, mindful for 20 minutes. Sometimes we need to, this is about self, going into your own self and understanding who you are as a person, trying to tap into your personal needs and all that stuff. This one is learning by trial by error. Again, the concept that you're gonna enter this thing and smash it, it doesn't work. There has to be trial and error. So I can go on and on. You can say this is a life. It's like every day people are very active in. I can tell you, it focuses on I'll start my own challenge and say hello and share your 30-day Photopia goals. So you just click here and add your goals and you start the challenge. You commit to something meaningful that will take you to where you want to go in life. It's not people that succeed don't succeed because they are special. They humbly listen to people who have practically produced results and they just follow that step without reinventing the wheel. Because what kills us is we always try to reinvent the wheel. And when we start reinventing it, we realize it's too tough, it's too big, and we don't follow through. So let me see if I can go wrap up the next. This is from Dennis. I'm grateful for this email. I was so skeptical about online until now. I believe God is pulling me to research, and I came across you as a Christian speaking on this topic. To God be the glory. I am still a beginner stage, yet open to leading of the Lord. Just going through my emails, so I came across some reply. Not sure, kindly, how to get going. Yeah, how do you get going? Again, Dennis, just simply understand that once you start with God has blessed us with certain things in life, gifts. Once that time for that gift is mature, and we start focusing on it, usually it comes from disgust. Maybe you are in a job that is not giving you purpose in life. That hunger of what God, you start searching for your true you. That's God trying to use you to do something meaningful in this world. So everybody's got that gift and talent, but many people don't study it and understand. That's what this training helped me understand, that I have a special gift. You have a special gift. You are unique. There's no competition with you in your market and in your niche. The only competition you have is your yesterday. So can you do a better job than you did yesterday? Just keep improving yourself, keep reinventing yourself, keep trying. That's what's going to constitute your success. Because as long as you are seeing this email and you are trying to join, or you're trying to start an online business, just know straightforward that you are ripe and it's time for you to step into your purpose, basically, and start living a life God wants you to live. Because I firmly believe that everything that you're going to need in this journey will be brought to you at the time that is needed. I always look at it as a journey of faith. I talked about faith earlier. Like Abraham, when he wanted to sacrifice his only son, God told him to sacrifice he said is his only son. At the point where he was about to sacrifice him, God presented a lamb because he promised him he was going to make him a father of one nation. It takes faith to walk down this road, but I can guarantee you, absolutely genius. That's when you see God's miracle, sometimes it puts you to tears. So why do you have to test me to get to this point before you show me? Sometimes I can tell you, sometimes I'll be like, okay, I surrender. It's just basically you surrender your life to God and watch how he improves your finances, your marriage, your family. Everything just changes. I can tell you I'm a testimony of it. So be prepared to do great things in the world. Like I am, you need support from people to encourage you to build that big dream God has put inside you. Only you knows it and only you is feeling it. You must be pregnant with some fascinating stuff. I would like to talk to you on the phone, please, because of this online business. Yeah, Safari. I don't know have your phone number. You could have sent it out, but nevertheless, I always prefer people on Zoom because I'm just using that as a medium to like reach out to more people. Talking to me one-on-one. Most of the time, I see that as fear and lack of decision. Not necessarily. Maybe some. I understand it's maybe we may be skeptical about this whole online stuff, but I'm a real person. Join me on a Zoom call. Let's talk here. It's much more practical than just on the phone and you can just say anything. This here is more or less. I believe that you have a computer, bring the time, spend it on the computer. Let's get to go. But if I get your phone number, I'll still give you a shout. Yeah, the next question. Has anybody got any question in the chat? Anything bugging them? So I'm gonna put someone is asking.
Hi, Mr. Paschal.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for having me on your Zoom. Yeah, I've been following you quite a while now. I would say a few years now.
Yeah.
I've been receiving your email, and I have actually, I don't know if you remember them, sent you email and they wanting to meet up with you since we are very, very close. You live in Croydon, I live in Croydon.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I would personally like to meet up and just ask you some personal questions. Which I don't know, you said, okay, I think the last time we spoke, it was during this COVID period, and you said, because COVID is not actually going to be possible. I said, okay, that's understandable. I've watched most of your videos, and I'm asking myself a question. This online business, yes, it's reality. But the way with that, for one, to do it, to achieving those goals, those things that you people present, you present on your videos. That is the main question. The how. So listening to you, yeah, I know, you've explained yourself in the simplest form that one a layman should understand. However, what are the difficulties that one should, we encounter? What are, because the way you're presenting, okay, you need to be a man of faith. And for you to, if I understood you clearly, you need faith, and you need a kind of miracle to break through. Maybe I'm wrong. So what actually does one need to do? Yes, it entails hard work and all that. It's not a smooth sailing. It's not bed of roses. It's not something, you just get in there and get rich quick. And yes, because there's nothing like that get rich quick scheme anywhere in the world. You just have to work hard for it. So what are the things that one needs to put in place, to achieving those goals?
There's a mentor that I have, his name is David. He said, when this is what, like, I'm like, this is so simple and we just miss it. He said in a podcast that you are looking for the secret. I've told you the secret several times. And it's like, you are hearing me, but you are not hearing me. I've told you, go and read this book. I've told you, do this thing. And you're still asking me, what's the work? So when I heard that, yeah, well, the first thing I did was, okay, Paschal, go and buy this book that he's talking about. All right? That was what I did. So I bought this book. This was the book he was referring to, The Stranger's Secret.
It's 19 hours.
When I bought this book, I read it. This book said something. There are some people you see in the world, anything they touch is gold. Any business they get into is prosperous. And there are some people, they are working so hard, yet it seems as if they're not meeting their daily needs. And I was in that group that was not meeting that. I was in that group that was, when you talk about working hard, that's my group. That was where I was. I said, this guy must be onto something here. So I kept listening to it. And towards the end, he said, now let's put this test. Let's put this secret to a test. He said, two things you must know. Now, one, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It's very simple. Success is the progressive, not the ideal. Success is not the goal. Success is not $1 million house. Success is not, it is the journey. Most of us confuse it with the other one. It's at the end. Then he said, here is the secret to your life. You will become what you think about. Now, to be honest, when I heard that, I'm like, the first thing you think is, so I'm going to become what I'm thinking about in the future. Now, the secret is look back. You are already a product of your thoughts. So where you are today is you. You created it. This comes with responsibility. It's not responsibility. It comes with you accept that you have failed at this point in life. It's very difficult for us to accept that. So for me, that was the realization. So this job I'm in, this car I'm driving, this house I'm living, this my children, I created this. Can I accept that? That the broken home that I had, it's my fault. I'm not talking to my wife, it's my fault. My children are not doing well in school, it's my fault. It brought like a huge responsibility on my shoulder. Then he said, I'm going to show you how to apply this secret. It's not going to be easy, but if you give it a good try, it will completely change your life. He said, I would like you to not allow anything to defeat you mentally. Let me show you. I put this in a slide somewhere. I think. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen to really nail this, because if you get it, it's literally simple, but it's not easy. I want to be honest with you. It's simple, but it's not easy. Don't complicate yourself. Forget about online business right now. Forget about anything else. Look at yourself. You are a thought. You are a creative being. God has created it. Everything in this life, in this world, this laptop, this phone, came from one source, thought. This phone, let me share that again. I'll spend time on this to really nail it. This phone was an idea of Steve Jobs. How can I put a phone in? Before he went and got the engineers to build the phone. This cupboard was tree in the forest. Man looked at that tree, looked at that tree. Said, first of all, came to his house, said, I need a shelf. Then he said, okay, he saw a tree. He said, can I cut this tree? Man puts that thing in his mind first before he went and bought axe and start cutting the tree, whatever process the tree went through for this thing to be here. That is man, that is you. It's called creative thinking. Napoleon Hill said it in the book. Creative thinking. It requires that you hold an idea in your mind, one goal that is big, like yesterday dies. You have to literally hold it firmly. Then you will start noticing something will come in the morning and say, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? That is you now, the devil, and that's you as a human being trying to change your life. There's only two types of thinking. Don't worry about online business. I'm just talking about our behavior. There's only two types. It's not complicated. The Stranger Secret said it's positive and negative. He said your brain or your mind is like a soil. Just look at it like a soil. It doesn't matter if you plant a negative, if you put a soil now, plant poison in this soil and plant manure next to it or anything that has fruit next to it, two of them is going to grow. No doubt they will grow, because as long as that soil is fertile, the idea you plant there will grow. So most of us are planting a lot of negative thoughts in our heart, in our mind. If I tell you, you can start now, when I saw this and I'm like, you start now, there'll be a thought in your head immediately. Because if you don't understand it, it's going to literally cause you a lot of, it's very simple. Once you apply a negative thought, it's because you're ignorant of what the potential of the outcome is. It leads you to fear. Can I do this? Can I not do this? Fear leads to anxiety. You start behaving somehow. Depression, disease. It's not, this is where I put it. I think it's, yeah. Solomon said, where there is no vision, my people will perish. You have an idea to start a business online right now. Let me just assume that. The idea comes in here. It's an idea from the outside source, which is the power from God, I believe so. That's where it comes from. That's what I believe. It comes into your conscious mind. But the problem is, there's an old paradigm here. What you've experienced in your past, it's sitting here, controlling your behavior. Because this is what you want to change. This is the money, this is your health, that's the result. Let's look at, that's what we want to change. You can't focus on changing this by taking action. You change here by changing your thoughts. If you change your thoughts here, positive thoughts, it causes, if I tell you something good now, it was going to cause you to have a feeling. So I cause you to think. If I tell you, blessing, by this time next year, you are going to, God has already blessed you, you're going to be a millionaire, your children are going to be, I'm causing you to think. Don't complicate it. I'm just causing you to think. That thought alone, oh yeah, go on, wait. Close the door. Where's your mommy? Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm causing you to think. That's what I'm doing. Now you have a responsibility to either accept it, positive or negative. Whichever one you accept, this is where I've given you dominion over everything on earth. That is here. This is the time to exercise that power. If you allow this, your old habits to control you, which will literally take you to negative thoughts, it will cause you to have a feeling. But you need to hold on to, if you want to create change here, you need to hold on to the positive idea that you are seriously going to become a millionaire. They'll tell you, you have to see it before it happens. So you literally in your mental mind. So once you start visualizing yourself every day where there is no vision, you start seeing, what does it, if I earn $1 million, what will it make me feel? If I'm earning, how would I feel? You start visualizing, that will cause you to have a different feeling here. And that will change the actions that you take. Because if you believe it wholeheartedly, you will take a different action. But if you doubt, the moment you doubt, this thing is not going to be me. It's not for Black people. Once you enter this part, you'll still get a result, but it's probably going to be a negative outcome. So this is what you need to study about yourself. So the only what we are looking to change constantly is here. It's the old habits. That's why the Bible said faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. What is hearing? It's repetition. It's the mother of skill. You must be prepared to surround yourself, because if you join our webinar every week, you join me, you've been following me you said you've been following me for some time. It's because when you hear me or read one of my emails or see something, it inspires something in you. That's all that email is doing. It inspires something in you that causes you to alter the old habits that you have, to try to tell you that there could be a better life. But what happens is if you close the email, this one comes over and kicks this one out. Because it's just this, with a faith as small as a mustard seed, your responsibility is to grow this faith. And how do you grow this faith? It's constantly surrounding yourself with people who are building businesses online, constantly opening your laptop. No matter how long you keep doing it, with time, it's like a soil. It will begin to grow. It will, what you're literally creating is belief in yourself that I can do this. So there'll be a point where this belief becomes huge on your own part. You have a proof, because there's nothing you tell me now about online business that I would just, that is not real, or is not, I will look at you, I'll just ignore you, because I am a living testimony of myself. There's no doubt. The doubt has been eradicated. But it takes work to build up to that stage. But this is what you're literally trying to do. Once you change this, this is what you, once you change the habit, once you feed this idea constantly, I always tell, Uche, what did I say about what we're gonna do? 90 days.
90 days.
Change overnight. It's 90 days action, massive action, as if we're doing something positive. Because where I am, I want to grow. It doesn't matter if you run, you want to run faster. If I earning 5,000 a month, I want to get to 10. If I'm earning 10, I want to get to 50. If I'm earning, I want to get to 100. This is not rocket science. I can show you my goal card. I don't know if you guys can read it. I don't know if you can read it. It says simply, it's 31st of December 2025. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $100,000 a month and I help other people. So what am I do? Why is this card here now? Why do I have this? Why do I have this card? Let me tell you why I have this card. Because every time I want
$100,000 a month.
Every time I want to pay for something, I open it, I see my money, I see the card, I smile. What is the card doing to me? It's reminding me of my goal. That's all. I just behave like somebody that has $100,000 a month. If somebody makes me angry or something, I'll say, oh, don't worry, when I'm earning $100,000, this will not be a problem to me. I behave, it just brings me back to, because there'll be a lot of distractions, brother. You're gonna, as soon as this call ends, I can guarantee you the next 2 hours, I'm not a prophet, but like, you know, when Jesus Christ said, Peter, before the cock crows, you deny me 3 times. I can tell you, before this webinar finishes, before tomorrow morning, if you don't sign up, you probably not sign up for another 1 week. You forget about, because work will take you, your children will do this. By the time you catch up yourself, bring yourself to this kind of energy again to take action, 1 week is gone. Because there is nothing reminding you of where you want to go in 2021. This is conscious. What we're literally doing, we're trying to live intentionally as possible. You want to live intentionally. It comes from investing in yourself. I did not know any of this jack I'm talking about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, literally. No jack. But I came across these guys online. I started looking at what are they doing? What is special about these boys? There's nothing. I came close to them. I was talking to them. There's nothing they knew. I'm Ninja boy. Come on, what are you telling me? I'm smart. I can operate computer. What is it that, this is what I'm telling you. This is what they were. They understood this to their teeth. So when it comes to selling products online, it's all biblically explained. There's no, God will always be building. God is everywhere. I just believe that God is what creates, and God is the one that will still break down things to create a new one. So he's everywhere. So I understand now, God uses some people to build and some people to break down, because that's the cycle of life. You need to be open to understand. So now, which part do you want to belong in? Where do you want to be? You want to be in the passenger side, or you want to be in the part that is building? So if you're going to build, there's principles to obey to build. Literally, I always keep telling people this. There's lockdown. Everybody is like lockdown. are there people making money in this lockdown? What are they doing that you're not doing? Some people are waiting for follow schemers. I put up a quote on Instagram today. You know, all these things you shared like a sneak. I put up a quote on Instagram. So let me see if I can find it. It will literally explain a few things that you will come to some sort of awareness, and you will realize like you're literally on a different level compared to and that's what I want all of us to be. When you understand this, that's the quote. Is it this one? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Look at it. I once saw a quote that said, if you give everyone $1 million and give them some time, it will end up in the same hands of the rich. It's so true because it just happened. It just happened. There's follow scheme. Government gave people printed money, blessed everybody to pay their rent and pay their listen. What happened to the money? Those people that don't understand anything about themselves are still asking for more. Who has collected the money from them? The same group. Because if you don't understand how to keep money and how it works, you will work for it the rest of your life. There's a science behind it. Stuart was talking about the science behind it today, and there's an art behind it. So you need to know both. When it comes to investing in yourself, surrounding yourself with this is what we need in our community to educate our children. You see me doing exercise with my kids. Do you think it's because we want to get six-pack abs? I'm literally molding him to get some sort of foundation when it comes to success. It's not, some people make money, they lose it, they don't know how to make it back because they don't understand the science. So when you understand the art behind it, you will grow. So what I've shared with you here today is, don't worry, forget about online business. Start studying about yourself, how you behave as a human being. You will see I'm talking to you about yourself. Now, when you get it, when you get what I just shared with you here, look in the world. How many people need that problem, need this solution? These are your customers. You will know how to change a paradigm. And that's where the money is. Because you will experience it. It's experience. I can't teach you how to make money if I haven't made it. Let's say it applies in all areas of your life because there's a secret there, but it's literally, it's not something you can spot. You have to experience it. What I shared with you. Let me go down that slide again and see if I can narrow in a little bit. Let's say, for instance, you want to lose weight. That's the goal, right? You want to lose weight. You want to lose weight. How do you lose weight? Repetition. There's an old behavior pattern. The person eats, wakes up. That needs to change. You need to find a way to throw in the idea. Sometimes we wait for doctor to tell us you are obese or you're suffering from this. That's what drives us into fear. Fear pushes us to take action. I don't want to die. Well, that's what happened during coronavirus. Nobody wants to die. Everybody ran inside. Fear of death. That's what it is. Nobody wants to die. Fear. So they started doing what? They hid. But now it's going to come back again. Something is going to come again. So it doesn't matter. Let's pick any way of making money. I can show you to you here. Stop worrying about what to sell or what not to sell. Study human behavior. That is money. When you understand human behavior, when you know yourself, you know others. So what is it costing me to do exercise, to do this? What is it costing me? I'm going through a process. You're like molding your new self. So for you to actually get a real customer, help people, thousands of people, you have to understand that process and how to lead people gradually. It's more like you become a role model for that industry or that niche. It's not going to come to you because you have the biggest money or you have the biggest brain. You will literally lead by example. That is a fulfilled life. You can make money if you understand this. Some people use it to manipulate people. It's easy to do because I understand that it's sales. I put pictures in your head. Straight away, you bring out your credit card, you pay. But it's not going to last because you will still get caught up with it. But if you want to build a real long, sustainable wealth, when you understand this thing, you will enjoy it because it will give you a very fascinating life. Trust me. I put up on Instagram the other day. You see, when people that see it understand it, where is that quote? I can't remember where it is. If you go alone, you go further. You go together, you go. If you go alone, you go faster. Go together, you go further. It's all on the internet. It's when you look at these quotes, you may not really understand. I did not understand it, but now I literally like. This one is Jonah. When down in the mount, remember Jonah, he came out all right. It's Albert Einstein. It's more like you're gonna go through a point where you be like you're feeling like you're inside the mouth of a whale. Remember Jonah, he came out all right. You're operating on a principle of God. So have that confidence that as long as you're there with integrity, trust, God will always bring you out. It's not gonna eat you. It takes courage. It's in the book. You will feel it. So that's when you get to that point. I've been on it multiple times. You know, God is like God is he surrender. That's how entrepreneurs live. Elon Musk said in one of his skills that he literally thought SpaceX will not succeed. That was his last money, the last try, everything. When you're down in the mouth, remember Jonah, he came out all right. It's from here. Thought is the energy that builds. There is always a lesson to learn. Monitor your thoughts and create a magnificent life. It's simple. It's not rocket science. There are elements that would help you. Surrounding yourself with people that are doing what you do, that would help you think. That will help your brain to like come back because you're gonna get distractions. My kid just came here. I could have just walked away or something. Something can happen. You can watch TV. Bring out your phone. You try to do something, next thing you see yourself on Facebook or YouTube watching one video that doesn't make any sense to your goal. Literally, I'm going to change my screensavers to all my goals, just everywhere. So less distraction. It causes you to increase focus, which increases the amplitude of vibration, which means your energy. You wake up in the morning like bang. You see some people, it's as if they have more energy than you. They don't have more energy. They are just consumed by a force. They allow this force to consume them and they radiate that. That's what you are attracted to. That's what we are attracted to, the way these guys perform at this level, because they are consumed by a force that is dominating them, helping them create. It's going to either create or destroy. So it's choice. You have that power. Choose the one that's going to go. At the end of the day, again, when you get into this phase, please do not use it against people because you'll be tapping into more wisdom than you probably know right now. So use it for good work, for God's work, your family and everything. It's more like a legacy that you're building. It's no longer an online business. You'll be remembered for years to come. And that's the way I say it. So I encourage you to look back lift one man up. Even if it's one family that you helped, it's good. That's the way I look at it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but
No. So, is this still possible to? I will actually ask for your mentorship, if that is okay.
Uche, I will give Uche this to answer this so that he will tell you what he's experiencing. So he's laughing. I'm actually working with him now. So he is more like he's seen what I'm doing. So maybe Uche, I don't know what, maybe it's best to hear from somebody that just got started. I think he's about 1 month now, is it?
Yeah, 25 days now.
Hello, Che.
Hello, Blessing Martins. How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, brother. I placed the same request and well, it was honored, but I thought it's gonna be a hard one. It's really a hard one, to be honest. But I've been asked to get out of the code and do things I don't want to do. Go in the snow to jog and put yourself through kind of a difficult situation, things you wouldn't ordinarily want to do. But at the end of it, when you do them, you realize that you're getting benefits because originally I'm an outdoor person, but not getting outdoor by 3 o'clock, 3 a.m., 5 p.m. in the morning to go in the dark and jog and do exercises. But those are one of those challenges that I ask Paschal. He said, well, if you want to do that, you have to do what I do. And trying to do that, I don't know how hard it could be, but I tell you what, I'm coping. So if you can cope and getting out of your comfort zone, that's the basic thing, getting out of your comfort zone, why not? You can do it, why not?
Yeah, this is just a nice bit. How about the business side of it?
The business side of it is very, very challenging too. And when I started, I had a meeting with them. The group has been very helpful. And when I asked Paschal things I need, he has been so helpful to me and coming to my head and helping me to do stuff. But he's not going to kind of say, do it. He will tell you what to do and expect you to do it and come back with your result, but not sitting there like giving you milk like a baby kind of thing. So he's expecting you to say, okay, I know what you're saying, but I think this is what you will do. You throw a child up and you know you're going to catch that child when it's going to fall, but you pretend as if you didn't see that child falling. But when the child is about to fall, he's going to stretch his hand and grab you. So 2 tests, I've gone two tests in that area, but I know that, well, if I fall and break my leg, what can I do?
Yeah, I'm not gonna add to that, but it's literally how Stewart mentors. If I do everything for you, that means you're not learning. So it comes with that trial and error. You as an entrepreneur, as a business, but there are some things if you get to the point to start recruiting people, there are some things they will do that wouldn't work, or there are some things that you would do. How do you cope from that? You're not going to close down the business because one thing didn't work. You just find that positive way of thinking. How do I overcome this? So
but isn't that the purpose of mentorship, that your mentees do not make the same mistake that you made? Isn't it?
It's not making the same mistake. I cannot allow you to spend 1,000 in advertising without results. If you get to the point where you spend 30 quid and you don't get results, I'll tell you, turn off that campaign and turn on a new one. We'll look at that campaign, we'll figure out what is wrong with it, so then I'll tell you what to improve. Somebody spent like 20,000 on campaign, didn't get any results. What are you gonna do? I wouldn't allow you to get that far. I was a little bit aggressive. I wanted the money fast. So I thought it was gambling. You put in a lot of money comes out on the other side. I pumped in money, it didn't come out. I'm like, what have I done? So I wouldn't allow you to get to that point. Some things I did before is I set up I started advertising without any tracking on my website. And that's what I told these other guys to do last week. They building their website, and I told them, okay, now the next step is to go and set up tracking, which is what that's, if you do read tag manager, I don't know if you know what that's what it means. So you need to know what people are doing on your website to be able to track where is sales coming from, which one is costing me more money. You need to understand that, so you fine tune. So I made a lot of mistakes in that area. So now I'm even helping guys to optimize. There's a guy called Temi. He's not on this call. In fact, I think he is one of the ones that him and John, they are like on fire. So I just look for, now it's more like growing 4 areas of our life: our family, ourselves, our beliefs, and all that. Yeah. It's not gonna be hard. It's preparing. I have started preparing for next month. I don't know if you can see it. I wake up 4:30 a.m. exercise. You need to literally write. This is what eliminates that distraction now. Causes people not. When you write, this is what I'll do on March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd, March. So you're no longer thinking now. You've taken the time to put that on paper. There's a creative process from something in your mind. You put it to paper, it becomes words. When you have a vision, the beginning was the word. You put it on paper, it becomes word. Then you execute. So you have to literally write it down. So when you write it down, I don't wake up on March 1st thinking of what I need. It's all that's action now. Execute. So you do a march for 90 days. It's about consistency. There's no excuse. No excuse. Your life will change. That's I am very confident of it. If you execute it, your life will change. Stuart has got a very good training on lifestyle blueprint. And that's what we were talking about today. It's fascinating. I don't even know it's worth every penny. I'm not even talking about money. In terms of life, what it would do for you. It's called lifestyle blueprint. It's literally taking you through a process. Think about your past, your present, and your future. You see, this training is not successful by accident. This is in module 2. There's no point to you going all the way to module building a website if you don't have, where there is no vision. My people will perish. They get you to plan things properly first. If you skip this step, it's a problem down the road. So it's a lifestyle blueprint. 21 steps. As you can see, I'm doing it again. I still got about 1, 2, 3, 4. Get out of your gray zone. And this is where currently I'm in my gray zone right now. People need to unlock this one. Incomplete energy robbers. If you have it, you have 3 wins. Growth mindset, blueprint, insight. So this is a process of creating a new vision. I probably need to revisit it again. Again, this thing I'm sharing with you now, it has nothing to do with online business, but it has everything to do with online business. Does that make sense? You may be thinking, Paschal, show me how to advertise. Show me how to find the product. Show me. That's what most people are interested in. They don't understand that the reason they don't have a website, they don't have products, is because they've missed this one I'm sharing with them. Does that make sense? A lot of people, I can show you, this is my campaign. I can go into Google and show you a lot of stuff that I'm doing. It probably will blow you away. But this is where I advertise. But I can't advertise if I don't have confidence. This is, I've got like 3, if I go like, let's say, if I go, this month or something. On this campaign, I've spent 600 and something quid. If I go maybe this January 1st, this 21 to now, it's about 2,000, 3,000 pounds. You can't spend this sort of money if you don't have the mindset to carry it. The brain has to be there first. We operate in a financial thermostat mode whereby this is the part I struggled. I struggled with big time. My biggest salary I've earned in the UK was about 3,000. So when you talk about anything going over 10,000, like that's not for me. Let me just do the one for 3,000. That's the one I'm comfortable with. That's what Tony was saying. Going outside your comfort zone, doing things that you will not probably want to do on an ordinary basis, because that's where the goal, that's where the thing you're looking for is. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. There's a place you're afraid of going into. That's where the thing that you're looking for is. So you might as well go inside there. If you get beaten, some beat you and you say, "Ay!" if you spend 2,000 on campaign, nothing works. "Ay!" How do I bounce back? How, that's the mindset. But you gotta go in there because the thing is in there. Everybody wants the success, but nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Don't worry, it's not as bad as I'm making it look. Seriously. Look at my kids are running up and down everywhere. It's just a mental game. When you understand what it's all here, positive and negative, just like sometimes if I'm doing things and I'm overwhelmed, I'm like, you know what? Close the computer. Olivia, we play with my kids to distress. But it's part of the job. That's how I got out of the job. Now I'm building an Amazon business with some guys. We just launched a new product. So yeah, it's all about creating multiple income streams. And this it's don't overthink it. It's not it's fun. Just look at it. Entrepreneurship is fun. The way they make it look. No, there's no pressure to succeed. It's just a lifestyle. So I can pick up my bag now, tomorrow, fly to Nigeria, boom. I don't need any boss. I don't need to go and take permission from anybody. That's the life you're going for. So I made that decision in 2007. I said, if I want to travel, so I'll go and tell this guy I want to take my wife on a dinner so that he will give me permission to go. What type of man am I? That got me mad. Does that mean something happened in my home? There's a young lady here. She went to school and the school called that she has not gotten to school. So they called me and I said, okay. And I was going to work. I said, so for me to come back and look for this girl, I have to first call my boss and report what's happening in my family. What type of what type of life is this? Am I still in secondary school? I have to tell people what is going on in my life before I take permission. Then if I want to take my family on a holiday, I will go and fill out a form and request it. And they have to approve it. Boy, is that what you came to Europe to do? My friend, you can do this thing. Take action straight away. I want to quit, and I did. I'm happy I quit. So this is where I came from. It's not like it's anything that's gonna take my time away from my family. I'm not interested. I'm not interested because I know what I'm creating. I know the journey ahead. I don't need anybody to be controlling me. Because as long as you are working for somebody, that person is controlling your destiny because they are controlling the funds that are coming into your life. So they are literally, so it's better for you to be earning 2,000, you're in control of your life, than you're earning 10,000, somebody's running your life for you. You're literally like, you're not in control. You never have that freedom. When I was in Nigeria, evening like this, boys, we go and hang out. We don't think of anything. Just we all go on our own, right? We got jump issue and all that stuff. Here, it's nothing like that. But we gotta. It is what it is. What can we do? You have to keep grinding. It's the way forward, my brother.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, I mean, life here is just too different. I left for Germany in 1998 as a student. So studied and got scholarship to UK, and then 2003, and then studied completed my study in 2006, and yeah, you know, it's just the same thing. You know, it's just it's crazy. You know, like, you know, rat race, and you really don't have anything to show for it. I see my friends from visiting me from Nigeria.
They're
You
doing,
understand?
they're
And
doing
they're coming on holiday to to United Kingdom, and they are spending money. I'm like, guys, how are you guys making this money?
yeah.
You know, it's just crazy. I'm like, man, what am I doing here? I'm tired. I told my wife, you know, this is just not life. Waking up, going to job, coming back, and you waking up where we are barely having time or seeing each other. It's crazy.
There's a guy that just came back from Nigeria. He's I think he's almost 60. It's the same thing as he's been working for that number of years. The same thing. But he's lucky he built something in Nigeria. He's saying that he came back, he's like, boy, this thing you people are doing here is not life. I'm going back finally. You know, you need to stay. The thing is, if you're new watching this, don't wait till you stay this 30 years before you make
Don't.
Make it very early as possible.
Yes.
You won't regret it. Because I can tell you, it's a paradigm. This, I don't want to say this UK is like, I wouldn't say it's a cult or it's a system.
I mean, Western world is a system.
Come inside.
That gets people entangled.
It robs you up. I was talking to a lady from Anambra the other day. She just came. I told her she's married. She just got married. She hasn't got kids. I say, this is your best time to start. The moment one child drops now, you start paying childcare. In fact, before you wake up, you 20 years has gone. You'll be like, how did it pass? I'm telling you. But that's how it is. Before you know it, I said to myself when I was coming in 2010, I said, I'm going to spend 5 years, and I go, this is 10 years now. In fact, I woke up in 2017. That's when I pulled the trigger. I'm like, I woke up one day and I said to myself, Paschal, when are you going to change? When you saw this, you're afraid of money. I don't even understand how I was behaving. I don't know myself back then. But now looking back, I'm like, when are you going to change? That's what I was asking myself. When are you going to change? All these excuses. Every day you come up, you have this idea, you got to sell product online. When it comes to payments, you close the computer, you find up excuse and just dump it. I did this thing for 7 years. I'm lucky. I paid for some courses, but I didn't understand it. When I found this one, I'm happy that they helped me. It's not easy. Stuart was honest and genuine. So it's not easy to find people who are like that, especially women. So that was what drew me to him. So game over. Right now, I've seen a different part. It's more of now there's a strategy. I told my wife January from next year, our goal is to become billionaires by the time we reach 50. Amen. So yeah, I'm gonna be sharing that with you, but it's gradual. We have to walk our way. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's a 10-year plan. It's a 10-year plan. So I'm 41 now. So by the time I reach 51, yeah. So I have it comes down to every day. Just something I'm doing. All these things like this. You have to know when you wake up in the morning why you're waking up. You have to plan it. So I've started putting things together. Investments. To like it's planned. It's you can't leave it to chance and hoping that somebody from somewhere would help your family or give you money or you win lottery. It's possible, but you know the chances of it. This conversation has switched to something normal.
Thank you. Yes. I really appreciate this. I will. I told you. I think in my one of my emails to you, or I don't know if I said it to you. My GP is number one. Dr. Pepper is my doctor.
Doctor,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
He, he knows me when I got coronavirus. He said I should go.
So you had the coronavirus
In January.
Oh, we had in December.
Yeah, we had December 26th till like January 10th or something like that.
Okay, wow. So almost the same time. My wife started 16th. My wife and my son. My son basically was cough. So then I started on my own came up on the 18th. So that period, my wife own lasted like 5 days or 6 days. Then she was fine, but mine lasted over 2 weeks.
Me as well. Mine lasted over.
Yeah, mine was more intense, but I didn't go to hospital. I only had breathing issue just one day. Then I was fine.
I didn't have breathing issue, but I called this Dr. Pepper. He said, "Stay there." When you recover, you come.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, he had it too. You know, he had coronavirus too.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I'm very close to him. I mean, we are like friends, family friends.
He's from Ghana.
Yes, it's a Ghanaian. Yes. So yeah, it's I mean it's good getting to know you. You know, I really appreciate. You know, I've just been following you, reading all your email and watching some of your videos. I'm like, okay, is this really real? You know, so I've seen how close you are to is this Scott or Steve?
What? What?
The other guy, I think your mentor.
Yeah, Stuart.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you know, this could be, you know, some of the things you say, you know, putting God in it, and you know, so that really kind of draw me very close to you. Somebody, I'm in love with God, and because I understand that without Him, I can do nothing.
Nothing is.
So, yeah, that's what actually. So, okay, this is a man of faith. You know, I'm a man of faith. You know, so you know, it's worthwhile getting to know you. I wanted to know you personally, to say, okay, you know, this is who I am. This is what I believe in. This is my thought process, and since you're up there, you know, I could learn from you. You know, just put me online. You know, in line of what I'm doing wrong or right, or so. You know that.
It's not gonna happen on Zoom. Just like this. This one is more like talk. Talk. With Zoom, it's every Tuesday. It's more like yeah, Uche, you can. That's all right. We're done. Yeah. It's more like every Tuesday, every Saturday. It's more like hands on deck. It's not rocket science. If let's say you get started today, by Saturday, I'll ask you one simple question: what did you do? Then you will show what you have done. You say, okay, what's my next step? I say, okay, get to this stage next week. Then you show up next week again. I ask you one question: how far have you gone? You will show me that. So if you are not making progress, it shows that you are not. So for the fact that you know, the only commitment you will have is showing up. Just like But the moment you don't show up like this, it means telling me something. You are not doing anything.
Mm.
It means you're taking. So it comes with guilt with ourselves. So we need to overcome that. I don't show up every time for calls, but I know that the moment I start staying away from the training, I've started going back. So I do the opposite. I just come on the training and show my face and say, all right, I didn't perform as I thought I will. It's all right. Pick yourself where you are, move forward. And that's what the strangest secret say. We don't forgive ourselves. It's now accountability. But that's what this 90-day plan I'm putting. Do you think I know what the 90 days is gonna bring? I don't have no idea. But I gotta put it in action first.
Yes. I'm pray towards it.
And begin to breeze towards it. If not, it's not gonna happen. It's so I do that 90. If I can combine the two in a block, boy, there's no way I will not hit this goal this year.
Mm.
It's all action. It's not rocket science. Push this one, get my house sorted. But next year, we're working on something else.
Yeah, I appreciate. What are you taking for your? I had this a recurring of cough. What are you taking for it?
Dr. Pepper prescribed ampicillin for me. Is it ampicillin or something? Yeah, that's
Okay.
what.
Can you take this because I was having the recurrence. My wife here, she's a pharmacist, so she got me a codeine, sugar free.
Codeine sugar free.
Yeah. Codeine Lintos. Yeah.
Hello.
So,
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm alright, sir.
Good.
Yeah. Coding linctus, so that should help.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it counter medicine or?
No, it's not.
It has to be prescribed.
No, you can buy it over the counter.
Oh, really? Oh, wait, let me
Yes.
spell it. Sorry. Codeine.
Coding linctus. So that's codeine, CODEINE,
Yeah.
and then the linctus, LINCTUS.
Got it.
Okay.
get the sugar free one.
Yeah. I think we men, they say we suffer from it more.
Yes. Because I was coughing. Then after she got it, yeah. Then it's cleared now. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for noticing that. You see, that's how a brother helps out a brother. God is good. I don't want to say anything. God is good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he's good. God is good. Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
Yes,
I know
sir.
you guys want to come
Yeah,
out.
we're just at the shopping this mall, so we're just waiting in the car to finish so that we can go and do shopping.
Let me let you go.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So when do I hear from you again, sir?
It depends on if you get into the training, you can.
Yes, I want to.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, you can click on it, or I'll send out this email tomorrow with the link of this video and to register for the video. Just check
Okay.
it. Keep an eye
All
on
right.
it.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
Good night. Yeah.
Nice to see
Good
you.
night. Yeah. Bye bye.